This is a fully functional dating assistant app. It has a custom backend, database, and very smooth UI. I built this from scratch for 4 months. Here's the catch. I have no CS degree, and I barely wrote any of this code myself. I used a specific stack of AI agents to act as my senior engineer and my designer. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact workflow I used to go from blank file to submitting my apps to the App Store. So if you have an app idea that you think you need years of coding experience to build it, this video is your blueprint. So I will share with you what tool I used, how I learned everything, and most importantly, how you can do the same thing even if you haven't written a single line of code at all. So step 1. Finding apps idea. So most of my apps idea are actually from my own complaint. So I use dating apps a lot. I found the most challenging part is not matching. It's replying to my matches. Usually I will overthink, take too long, and lose momentum, and finally the chat die. So I thought maybe I can have an app that replies for me in my tone. Not gonna lie, I didn't validate it first again. I just started looking around. Dating Pro, Women X. I saw a bunch of tools that have similar functionality that I'm describing, but they all miss one thing. They don't sound like me. One more important question. Could GPT do that? Yes, absolutely. What GPT cannot do? But the problem is, it is so inconvenient. You need a prompt, you need to copy and paste, and in Hong Kong, you're not even allowed to use ChatGPT. So the gap is clear. One tab, personal, sound like me responses and no prompt. So that's it. And honestly, the most important thing for me is to learn how to build an app, because you don't learn app building by watching videos or thinking. You can only learn how to write an app by actually building it. So I just picked an idea and start making it. Step 2. Execution. So I didn't jump straight into the code. Basically, I don't know what to do in the beginning. I'm a non-coder, right? I asked GPT to give me a 6-week protocol to building an MVP app, and basically give me all the screens, all the roadmap. And before sketching the design in the computer, I used an old school way to do that. I draw them all out. I draw the wireframe and the color and the button and the functions as well. I used an AI tool called V0 from Vercel. And I just put a prompt described as detailed as I could, and it can generate the code and the design instantly. But it's not magic. Like, the first version actually looked very shitty. I had to iterate the prompt part by part, move the button a little bit here and then make the shadow softer. The logo is not good enough. I got a lot of problems like that. It took me a full week to finalize the design. The design was ready, but moving it into code editor is the real struggle for us. There was no export to app button back then, so I had to move the design from V0 to my code editor the stupid way, which is literally copying components by components. But here is the superpower of Cursor. I didn't actually ask for the code. I just write down my purpose, describe what I want to achieve in Cursor. I want to transfer the design from V0 to Cursor, and I give every screenshot of my design and also the code from V0. And within 5 minutes, Cursor can give me exactly the same design in V0, and the difference is this time it's with function. Step 3. The backend. And this is the brain part of the app. I need the 3 features. The most important one is personalized response. I need the app to learn the pattern of users' past conversation and apply that pattern to the future responses. So I did the same thing for my backend. I didn't design my backend logic. I just described detailedly what features that I wanted to Cursor, and Cursor mapped them all out. I need the image processor to read all the screenshot messages, send them back through API call, get the AI's responses, and back to the app. So that is how it runs. Just let the AI do the things. The next thing we have to do is to link the API call from some AI services, because we are going to send the prompts to some AI company, for example OpenAI. But here's comes another challenges, because in Hong Kong, we're restricted to use OpenAI services. And I found a solution. We can use the OpenAI service through Azure. So we chose to use Azure OpenAI. I had to set up API linking, test the features in Postman, and optimize the token usage so that I didn't go broke with every API call. For the database and authentication, I chose Supabase to handle our data storage. It is super easy to use, and it is beginner-friendly for a non-coder like me. For the SQL logic, again, I use Cursor and prompt the entire logic that I want to have. It actually mapped out all the plan for me. I said yes, why not, because I know nothing else. And for the physical device testing, I use Facebook Go to test my app on my own phone. That's the first time that I see something that I built actually work on my phone. The feeling is incomparable and so satisfying. And that is where the fun part ended. Step 4. Debug. After 3 months of coding, I've already have a working app on my phone that is ready to go, and I tried to create a production build to submit to the App Store using EAS build, and everything broke. It crashed constantly. When I fix one error with cursor, 2 will pop up. This is the reality of building complex app with vibe coding. AI write codes that work very well in isolation, but it doesn't consider the whole architecture. And I was stuck. I didn't want to waste 3 months of work, so I decided to ask my partner for advice. And his verdict: it is too buggy, we can't ship this. I decided to pay him to help me launch the app. It took him another 2 months to code because he's not working full-time for my app. He helped me to clean up all the mess that AI made. Resubmit the app to the test flight, and guess what? It crashed again. I felt so helpless because as a lone coder, that bug is way too deep for me to fix it. So what I can do is just to wait for my partner to fix it again. Anyway, we pushed through at the end, and despite all the crashes, we delivered it to the test flight. It works! So let's talk about numbers. How much did I spend on this app? I used V0 as my designer, and I paid it around $20 per month. USD. For the code editor, I use Cursor. I subscribe for the Pro plan, which is around $20 per month, but that's not enough because I use it too often. I do not code at all. So it is around $50 per month averagely. And last one will be data storage. Supabase, I spend $20 per month for the Pro plan. For the developer accounts, I bought from both Google and Apple. So Apple is a yearly plan, $99 USD. And Google's is a one-time payment, $25. So in total, averagely, it cost me less than $100 per month. I want to share some feelings after I built this app. And during the process of building this app, I found that I actually didn't become a coder. I absolutely didn't learn how to use Figma to make a design as well. But in the process, I learned the skill of product building. So I learned how to build front end, I learned how to build the back end, I learned how to connect the API, I learned how to handle the data storage. So if you are sitting on an idea, don't let it die. Try to build it using these AI tools. If I can do it, you can do it as well. If you're interested in my startup story, watch the videos here and I will see you there.